If you're not new here, you know I do most everything on a digital planner, including on Notion. However, I want to show you something that I've been using for quite some time that I didn't even know had a name, and that is a Commonplace book. If you want to learn more, then just keep watching. Before we get into what a Commonplace book is, if you enjoy expanding your mind and boosting your creativity, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on my content. Now let's get into it. So a Commonplace book is like a curated collection of your thoughts, ideas, quotes, snippets of information. It's like your personal database, helping you organize the chaos of what's going on in your mind and kind of make sense of the world around you. So there's been tons of studies done on how writing things down helps solidify things in your memory. By actively engaging with the information you come across, you're more likely to remember and recall it later. A Commonplace book serves as a memory aid, capturing your insights for future reflection. And there's tons and tons of videos right here on YouTube that speak about what Commonplace book and how you can create one. So I'm not going to go too much in depth of it. I'm going to show you what kind of like mine looks like. So again, before I even knew what a Commonplace book was or the actual title, I've been doing this for many years. So anyone that knows me knows I love learning. So I'm always into podcasts and self-improvement books and the likes. So I've been writing things down for quite some time in different notebooks. But this would be the one that I've kept the longest. And this I took everywhere with me. It came along with my digital planner, my phone, my things, my computer, everywhere to work every single day. And I would jot down things that I got from, quotes that I got from podcasts or movies or literally anything that served to further my knowledge of things. I don't know. It's like to me it was like a catch-all, something I can write down, you know, ideas that came to mind, kind of that thing. Now I use like separate notebooks for different things, but this was kind of like where everything kind of lived. And I did try to do a little index, which I know index go in the back of the page, but I did it in the front. It's really a table of content. So I did the Think Different poem from Apple's one of my favorite poems, and it kind of like speaks to me in the way nothing else has in my life. So I wrote it down here, and I believe I wrote it down in my digital planner. I don't remember, but then I had a space for mostly for business, but of course I did different things. So you'll notice that this particular book I did a lot for business, which I've migrated from this small book to something a lot larger. So this would be my Commonplace business book now, only because I can do actual ideas. I can flip covers, I can put post-its. I have a post-it central. If you want me to get into this book, again, let me know in the comments below and I'll do this overview of this particular book. So this has like my post-it central. Whenever I write something here in a post-it, I put them here and I actually organize them. This page is a little all over the place, and once I figure out where I'm gonna place these things, these ideas, if it's in Notion, if it's just a pass-through idea, then I'll just remove it and throw that post-it out. Then this is kind of like where I started the system of commonplacing. So this would be products, quotes, knowledge, ideas, and it's just all creative ideas. Now sometimes I do take my ideas and write them in the freeform app on the iPad if I'm just like doodling. But most of the ideas go here, and anything that I'm working on for the business goes in this big old book. And yeah, so then I have them separated with these little tabs. This one is marketing ideas. So anything, if I take a class or I have any I watch a video on marketing, this is where it goes. Any YouTube film ideas, any short form content, digital planning, that's that. And then I have another section. I thought I did. I put in this pen loop thingy because obviously this book doesn't have it. So that's that one. And then so this is the brain dump, this is marketing, and then this is the overview of the business, which I have studio goals, business goals, the Post-it Central, etc. So that's the big business book. I use this almost every day. Then going back to this, so that pretty much was what this was. However, I started with business stuff, which is why the index up here kind of died. Because then I started doing things about creative people and wanting to use some of these things for social media posts. And then I started doing, this would be the business plans, and I have my logins. Then I started doing what I wanted the creative studio to be. Again, very business. Let's see what else. Then I started doing scripts for social media and YouTube. Then I got into launches, marketing ideas, just different types of content pillars and blah blah blah. Let me see what else is interesting in here. That's pretty much it. So I moved out of this book because there wasn't enough space, even though I did like this, to the bigger business binder. And only because I work from home, this was mostly used when I had to travel to office. I wasn't going to take this big old book every day, that heavy thing. So this is what I did first. I had a section, did I? Yes, I did. So this is quotes. So this was the brain dump. But this was quotes or anything. So this was turn ideas or quotes into a to-do list, creative idea, blog, or creative article. And then it was just quotes and things that I was finding from podcasts, writing down things from podcasts. And again, this was because I don't know, I listen to a lot of things and I want to kind of remember the things that I heard, that I want to apply to life, things like that. So then I decided, you know what, I want to have one that's just for everything. That's not just business. So again, this quote section started becoming everything, not for business and personal, and it was just like all over the place, even though I started out with this wanting it to be for business. So then I moved on to this little guy, and it's so cute. I forgot what kind of notebook is this, but I got this from the Modern Monk on YouTube, and it's the same idea, but this one started off very everything. It wasn't just business anymore. Now I got what kind of life do I want. I love this idea. Wouldn't it be cool too? And I think I want to bring this into a digital planning template, so stay tuned for that. And then quotes. So every time there was a quote, I highlighted it in blue. So in my brain, when I'm flipping through this and I see anything in blue, I knew it was a quote, which again is the very basis of Commonplace. But I didn't know that. I didn't do that looking for that particular method of, you know, record keeping. I did it because that's just how my brain worked, which is pretty freaking cool. So then I had, wouldn't it be cool to quotes, then just different life things, right? 4 things to do every day to be happy. Anything I got from watching an inspirational video of something, or reading a book, or listening to a podcast, an audiobook, etc. So this was like 1% every day, slow and steady. These are things I got from, let me see, did I have I don't even think I had a place where I wrote what the colors meant. I think I just knew what they were. So again, then I started carrying this one, and I put one of my goals is working from here, because I want to be able to work from anywhere. So that was just one of my manifestation things. Daily rituals to change your life. I don't even remember where I got that from. It might have been from a podcast. So you get it. Then I would write kind of like the title, and then I started writing the titles that goes with, well, these are quotes, that goes with what I was listening to. So if it came from Joe Schmo on YouTube, then I started writing that on it. And then as I started writing more and more, it started becoming harder to find where I had things. So that's what this started becoming, right? I couldn't remember where I had written something from the book Everything is Figureoutable to again, it was all over the place, and I started putting sticky notes in here, which is fine because, you know, that's what I do. I love the size of this, do not get me wrong. I love it. Let's see. This is from The Artist's Way, Stream of Consciousness, the goals for the rest of the year, like just literally every freaking thing. And then I came across a video on Commonplace books, and I was like, what the heck is a Commonplace book? And I realized that it's exactly what I've been doing in this book, except that it was a lot neater. They created a color coding system. So this is when I got into, I wanted to continue to keep the pocket size, but as you can see, this is kind of hard, and you know, once you're done, and then you can't really separate it unless you put these little tabs in here, which I tried to do, but that didn't work out so well. So then I came up with this new system. So this is my current Commonplace book. Now a lot of people will say that is really small, so I am going to go into a Hobonichi day free to kind of write more, but right now I'll probably use both, and this would be for the more like I take with me on vacation or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but right now I'm feeling it. So I ended up getting field notes, and then this little cover from Amazon, which is just a little leather cover, and this came with it, which I thought was apropos because I am from New York. So I was like, oh, I'm keeping that, and then I just keep it here. It's like a little bookmark. Boop, you know. But I don't need a bookmark, and I don't really read physical books, so I just kept it there, which is funny. I don't read physical books, but I make bookmarks in my store. Whole nother talk show. So I got these little field notes, and I am obsessed with them. Yes, it's hard to write in them, and you do run out of space quickly, but I have a lot, and I'll show you my stash because they come in a pack of 3. I forgot what this is. Oh, this is the National Park version, and there's people that collect all of these, and they have like a little box where they put them all in, which I do want to get the little box. And then these 3 came together, and then I wanted something a little more. Once I finished this book in the front, I wanted something a little more neutral, so I got this collection, which was limited as well, but I don't remember what it was called. Did it even have? I don't know. So I got these 2. I mean, this pack of 3, so I have 2. And in order to bind them together in here, I ended up buying these little traveler notebooks. They're like elastic bands. I haven't figured out how to do 3 books, like 3, but I feel like, I mean, it fits. It does fit. But I haven't figured out how to put all 3. But right now I don't really need all 3. So anyway, what I did was I created, again, an index. I know, whatever. So I did quotes in this color. So in my Commonplace research, I saw that they all had these little dots. And I was like, okay, I want that. So I ended up doing my research, found them on Amazon. So they come like this. These little dots, I take them out with my little tweezers for stickers, and I gave each one a corresponding thing. The only one that didn't was the one that I'm going to highlight as an action step. I actually use a highlighter for that. So in gray, it's going to be quotes. The book notes are going to be in this like purpley. Then this pink one is for podcast notes, and this one's for video, and this one's for music, lyrics, and poems. So what I ended up doing was, once I flip through it, I'm able to see what exactly is what, right? So if I go through the first page, and I just added cute little stickers here and there. I know that the pink is for podcast. So this is the notes on that podcast. I can highlight if I wanted to. I just have to stay away from the blue because the blue is an action step. So I can highlight in any other color that I want if there's something that I want to stick out here from it. Then I know this is a quote, so this is doing what you need to do in order to do what you have to do. That's Oprah's quote. You can either live your dreams or live your fears. Then this is, see, I forget because I don't have them committed to memory. So these are book notes. So this is from a book from Marie Forleo, but it's also a quote in there, so I kind of put them both side by side. So basically I go in 4 deep. Well, this one I did 5, but I go in 4 deep, and then here I put the little dot, and then I put in what the title of the podcast or book is. So that's how I do it. Sometimes it ends up going further than one page, as you can see. So what I end up doing is in the blank space, I either write the continuation of the title and then just put a little sticker, or just sometimes just put a little sticker. You'll see as I changed it. Again, anything highlighted in blue is an action step. So I like to pull out action things that I can do from reading a book or anything like that. Again, this one's plain. I should write something there. Even again, if it's the continuation of the title, I can go ahead and do that. Then I ended up switching pens because the pen that I was using here, which is this pen here, it's a little dark. It's I forgot what the heck this pen is, but it was a little too dark and it would make my writing look weird. I can read it, but it was a little weird. I think I switched pens in the middle of it and just went back to a classic Pentel RSVP. I freaking love this pen, and I think this might be my last one, so I need to order more. So I went to this, and I also used just a classic. This is the big pen, round stick pen, to write these out because it made my handwriting better. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I did for that. And sometimes I'll throw in a little like sticker in there. And here is when I started to really get into more books and, you know, writing more things in the Commonplace. So this is from, again, the purple, I think is book. Yeah, book notes. So this is the book that I was reading, which was Second Brain. And I did kind of like the action steps. And then I just did a purple highlighting of things I wanted to pop out of the page for me. You know, kind of like, you know, when you're writing notes about something. And then it continues on. The green is podcast? No, video. So if I watch a video, I kind of do the same thing. Or I write the action steps. And then I write the name of the video. So if I come back to this page and I'm like, oh, what was that? That was a video. That was Thomas Frank's video on notion building a second brain. So again, this is a quote and this is in a book. Is it a book? Yeah. So again, this is a quote and a book. And then in blue, the action step. This is an entire quote from her. This is a quote from Napoleon Hill. You get it. So quotes, books, and next, I have not done one music, lyric, and poem at all in here. Now, what I was trying to possibly do is use one for book notes, video notes, action steps, things like that, and then use another one for something else, like another category. So I still haven't figured out what to do, or if I'm just going to continue on. So all the books are kind of like, you know, they're all kind of the same vein. I'm not sure, but I really love this step. And then what I just do is while I'm listening to the podcast and wanting to take my notes, I'll just pull this out of here. So I'll pull this out and just write, write all the things I want to do my lines. I keep this little thing that came with the field notes. Oh yeah, this was the national parks. And then for this one, 5% of your purchase is donated to the National Park Services. So I keep this to make my lines. You can have a little ruler if you want, whatever you desire. So yeah, I take it out, I pull it out, I take notes on the things I want to do, my action steps. So a lot of the times what I do use this for is to write content for my inspirations to create a cozy life channel, which if you haven't joined, please join up. It's on my Creatively Chloe page and it's right there. It's called Inspirations to Create a Cozy Life, and I just talk to you guys, give you inspirations for the day, what are you accomplishing, things like that. So join. Anyway, the Commonplace is mostly to keep different ideas that can spark creativity. That's kind of why I've always kept one, as you saw from before. And just imagine flipping through your pages and discovering unexpected connections between seemingly unrelated concepts. So like the poems connected to the notes that you took from a podcast. It's just a breeding ground for innovative thinking and kind of like problem solving, if you will. So that's why I love keeping this. So why you should keep one is your Commonplace book is a reflection of your intellectual journey. As you revisit old entries, you'll witness your own growth and evolution over time. So as you saw me flipping through this book, I started off with just several different quotes, kind of writing little things of what kind of life do I want, the goals that I had at the time. I think I started this in 2020. I had my word of the year. So I was using this like an everyday thing. But it's just a powerful tool for self-reflection and self-improvement. But it's also your curated wisdom. So think of your Commonplace book as your personal wisdom repository, a place where you gather insights from books, articles, podcasts, or even your own reflections. When you're facing challenges or seeking inspiration, you can turn to your Commonplace book for guidance. So start your Commonplace book with whatever you have. You do not need field notes. You do not need this other little notebook. Literally start with what you have. This was a notebook that I probably got from like Home Goods or Walmart, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as it's functional to you and has the things that you need in it to gain that knowledge. You can also do this in digital form. There's a lot of people that do Commonplace booking in different apps, one of them being Notion. It's really up to you what you want to use. As you come across interesting quotes, ideas, or even your own musings, jot them down in your Commonplace book. This is why, even though I'm a digital person, planning person, this is why I gravitate towards writing things out, because I can quickly come in here and jot things down as I'm listening to it, as I'm watching a video. I can go and it just keeps it all together. Again, I am both a digital and physical type of person, and if that's you, that's why you need to remain on this channel, to watch both things come together and really work out for you in the end. So don't worry about making it perfect. The key is to capture the essence of what resonates with you. So there you have it. The magic of a Commonplace book lies in its simplicity and versatility. It's not just a notebook, it's a treasure trove of your intellectual adventures. Give it a try and watch as it transforms the way you engage with the world. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow knowledge enthusiasts. And as always, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep that Commonplace book close at hand. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.